What is the Metabolism Reset Diet and what do I think of it? This is the Metabolism Reset Diet. Answer your questions. So, the Metabolism Reset Diet is Dr. Alan Christensen's brand new book. It released on January 2019. On January 2019? January 29th, 2019. Blah. And a lot of people have been talking about this because Dr. Christensen is the New York Times bestselling author of the Adrenal Reset Diet, which published a few years ago. But this is a different book from that, and I wanted to talk about a little bit of the key differences. First and foremost, the Metabolism Reset Diet is very focused on liver health, and that's different obviously from the Adrenal Reset Diet because the Adrenal Reset Diet is more focused on hormone balancing, full body health. Hormones affect everything, so that one is really more of, we're not necessarily even trying to lose weight. We're literally just trying to fix the hormones so that it gets easier to lose weight later. With the Metabolism Reset Diet, it's very obvious that people want to lose weight, so how do we do it? Well, Dr. Christensen spent 5 years studying liver health and started implementing some of the things that he saw as trends in the research at his facility in Phoenix. And what he found was that a lot of people had really clogged livers. We're starting to see this trend in the health space nowadays where a lot of people are getting fatty liver disease and they're not alcoholics. It's literally just because we are eating so much crap, our livers are getting clogged. So the main point of this book is to unclog the liver. The full program is a 4-week, step-by-step, here is how we unclog the liver. You take a month, clear it all out, let it do its thing. But the cool thing about the liver is that it does regenerate. It is the only organ in the body where you can chop off 90% of it and it will still grow back. So after he explains a little bit about the liver and all that stuff, he does go into what I really like, and I might call some of the woo-woo side of it, but he does say, like, why are you doing this? He very much encourages people to keep a journal throughout the program and kind of just figure out, why do I want to lose weight? Obviously, people are going to say, oh, because I want to look better and be healthier. But from my standpoint as a coach, I see a lot of the time it really is, we're just really hard on ourselves. We think, I want to get that job, but I can't get it until I lose the weight. I want to find the person of my dreams, but I won't do it until I lose weight. There's a lot of deeper emotional shit that happens when you want to lose weight, and that we associate with losing weight, that we think losing the weight will help us reach that thing. And I think it's very important that he includes a journal in here to help people kind of figure out the mental, that side of it. So I thought that was really cool. Another huge thing that he hits on is sleep. I've mentioned this in my own PCOS vlog, but he hits on the importance of sleep in metabolism. There was a research study, and gosh, if I can find it, I will link to it below. But there was a study that came out several years ago actually ranking sleep as more important than exercise when it comes to weight loss. And I've actually even heard doctors say it might be more important than nutrition. So sleep is huge, and if you're not getting good sleep, your metabolism is not going to reset itself. So he really hits on the importance of sleep too, which I'm a huge fan of because my body composition has gotten so much better since I truly started prioritizing sleep. He also goes into the importance of protein at each meal, how that is more satisfying for your hunger, and then he talks about resistant starch. And I think it's very important to do that, especially right now with the whole keto craze, because resistant starch, while it is a carb, is a very specific type of carb that has been clinically proven to help improve your gut bacteria. It's been shown to decrease visceral fat, which is the type of fat like around your midsection and around your organs. And it's been shown to decrease your blood glucose, your blood sugar. It is a carb, but it decreases your blood sugar. And lastly, he does mention waist size as the key indicator of an improved metabolism. I agree with him there. You see a lot of people who will get all worked up about the scale, But in reality, you can gain weight and be healthier. Like if you're putting on muscle, you're getting healthier even though the scale's going up. So with this, making sure that waist size is the key thing that we're looking at, and seeing if the waist does get smaller. That proves that the most dangerous type of fat, the visceral fat around the organs, is decreasing and the metabolism is starting to work again. I mean, the liver's at the waist, it should be burning the fat around there, right? All right, so the basic breakdown of the diet is shake, shake, meal. Sounds crazy. I don't usually support stuff like that, but this is only a temporary reset. And after reading what the shakes consist of and his reasoning behind doing it this way, I agree with it. So when he's talking about building the shakes, I have my little notes right here actually to make sure I get it all right. So you have a breakfast shake and a lunch shake. Throughout the day, you are allowed to snack on as many vegetables as you want. So it's not like he's saying don't eat other than that. He's just really trying to get people to eat nutrient-dense food outside of the shakes if they're gonna snack. So the shakes, both in the morning and at lunchtime, they include 2 servings of protein. He recommends pea protein. He stays far away from whey, dairy-based proteins. So he says if you're not going to use pea protein, use some other plant protein like hemp or something like that. Or he actually recommends soy, which I disagree with, but you know, if soy doesn't bother you, sure, go for it. Next thing on the list for these shakes, so it's 2 servings of protein, a serving of resistant starch, which I already talked about that as being a big theme. You can get resistant starch from beans, plantains, potatoes, rice, quinoa, things like that. And there's also supplements of resistant starch. He does have one, Natural Stacks has one. There's several different like high quality ones that I'll link below that are resistant starch supplements that are easy enough to just scoop into your shake. He says you can add up to a tablespoon of seeds. So like flax seeds, hemp seeds, chia seeds, things like that. Gets you a little bit of fat. And then instead of almond milk, he recommends using aquafaba. I hope I'm saying that right. But it's basically the juice that comes from cooking beans, which sounds gross, but it like shakes are very dependent on texture when it comes to how much we enjoy them. So I actually like his idea of cooking some beans. Maybe that's part of your meal prep for your meal in the evening, but cook the beans, save the liquid, and you can use that as your shake liquid. And if that grosses you out, he also recommends flax milk. So on top of all that stuff, you can also add superfoods like spirulina or, you know, some leafy greens in there in the shake. For the evening meal, he has it kind of spaced more out like on a plate. You have, you know, your serving of protein, so maybe some meat, you know, steak, lean meat, something like that. You have your serving of starch, and he has serving sizes for, you know, if you're having potatoes as your starch, have 1 cup. If you're having beans as your starch, have 3/4 of a cup. He has it all written out like that. And then you have your pile of veggies, and you can use a serving of fat to cook everything or to put on top of it. So he says 1 to 2 tablespoons of cooking oil or something like that. Overall, after reading those kinds of guidelines, I don't think it's crazy at all that that's what he recommends to kind of reset the metabolism and clear out the liver. It's all based on whole foods. It's all legitimately science-backed stuff, and it sounds really satisfying to me. His reasoning behind doing 2 liquid meals and then 1 full meal, it sounded like it was both mental and physical. So the 2 liquid meals actually does make digestion a lot easier, so your body isn't having to work as hard to break down the food as much and all that stuff. And having kind of just already liquefied stuff coming through means that the liver can clear out whatever it needs to quicker and focus on the toxins in your body that it's trying to get out. So you have, normally you eat a meal, it goes through digestion, liver has to cleanse whatever toxins might be involved with it. So the liver is occupied while you are digesting stuff. And if digestion is easier and faster, the liver can work on those things easier and faster, and then get to dealing with the excess stuff. So one of the key things that this is working on is allowing your liver to work on the excess stuff that's built up throughout the body and causing you to hold on to that adipose tissue fat, causing you to hold on to extra hormones, which cause you to make more fat. It's all intertwined, and I really like that is why he decided to do 2 liquid meals. And then I say it's both physical and mental, because mentally we like to eat, we like to chew on things. So he does give you a meal in the evening, and it's a really satisfying, delicious sounding full plate meal. You're not excluding any macronutrients at any of these. You're getting your carbs, your fat, your protein in all three of them. You get your carbs from the starch, you get your protein from either the protein powder or your meat in the evening, and then you get fat from the seeds in your shake, and then from your cooking fat in the evening. So it's not like you're gonna feel deprived in that way. Lastly, you do not exercise on this program. It sounds crazy, but you're naturally gonna be in a calorie deficit because of the way you're eating from this. Even if you're making these super shakes, you're not gonna be eating a ton. And he really wants your body to feel like it fully has permission to clear out toxins. And if you're exercising, you're creating more toxins. So allowing your body to relax and rest and sleep and recover, that is going to truly help regenerate your liver. It's going to get you into that restore, regenerate state in the body where you're de-stressed, not exercising heavily, all that stuff. If you do decide to exercise, he says don't do crazy weights, running, all that stuff. He says if you're going to exercise, go for a walk. Where have we heard that before? I've mentioned this before. Go for a walk, do calming exercises like that. And he has a couple of options for micro workouts that legitimately are like 5 minutes. So if you really feel like you just want to sweat, you can do a micro workout. But all of the people who have tried this program that I've seen said that those micro workouts were not needed, or they were absolutely enough on top of the diet. So going into this, if you're like a meathead person like me, just know this is gonna be your month off from the gym, okay? And it's gonna be good for your liver, and it's gonna help you restore your metabolism so that when you do get back to the gym, it's gonna be way more effective. All right, last time, Metabolism Reset Diet by Dr. Alan Christensen. I am so excited about this book. I think it's gonna help a lot of people, and the written review will be linked below here, and as well as all of the other resources that I mentioned. But yeah, you definitely want to have this in your library if you're a nutrition coach, or if you're interested in a very sustainable way to heal the liver, or if you just want to learn why the liver is important. There's just so many different good aspects in here that are going to help a lot of people, I think. And yeah, that's what I think. Of course, he has a lot of recipes in it as well, and practical application for how to kind of maintain this lifestyle even once you're done with the shake meal 4-week strict thing. So it's not just going to be a diet where you do it, you lose a ton of weight in a month, and then you gain it all back. He really is working to reset your metabolism for life. So highly recommend. I'll link to actually getting the book below as well. And let me know if you try this. I think it's great, and I'm for sure going to use it with future clients. So thank you for watching. As always, please hit subscribe. Hit subscribe below. Let me know what you think, if you've tried this, if you've wanted to try it, all that stuff. And I'll talk to you again real soon.